What's up, guys? I wanted to do a little update here, kind of talking about my show experience um, and what's happening next. So, originally, when I started prep in January, my first show was going to be May 25th. And for any of you that have followed me, I lost weight, I think, a little quicker than we expected. I was ready a little earlier than we expected, so I picked a couple of shows, just like as warm-up shows, to get me more comfortable on the stage for the May 25th show. So the first one I picked was April 20th. In my YouTube, you'll see the video from that. That was a DFAC show. All the shows that I'm doing are drug tested. I'm only competing in natural shows, just because I don't want to go up against people who are not natural. So, April 20th was my first show. Not a great experience. Berto did not peak me for that show because I wasn't exactly where I needed to be yet. I looked all right, but I ended up taking third. If you watch the video, I don't think that was the right placing, but it is what it is. That was my first show, and I kind of left that show a little discouraged, and it was not a good experience overall for me. But I ended up turning around and really, just using it as motivation going into my last show, which was this past weekend, May 11th. This again was just another warm-up show. Berto did decide to peak me for this show because I did drop a couple pounds in between the two shows, so I was closer to my goal stage weight. So this show was an NGA show, and it was supposed to be a warm-up show because I have an NGA show June 22nd. This show was so much fun. I had a great time. I met so many nice people. It was very well run, and I won. I entered novice and open. I won the novice class, which was great, and then I actually won the open tall class and won my pro card. And I wanted to wait a few days before I made this video just because I was pretty overwhelmed, because going into it, I really didn't want to have any expectations, just because I was so let down at the last show because I was supposed to have no expectations, but of course I did. And it didn't turn out how I expected, of course. So after prejudging at this show, I felt so good. I was so happy. I felt so much more comfortable on stage. I actually was very confident, and I just really had a good time and enjoyed my time on stage, which I definitely didn't at my first show. It hasn't really sank in yet, I guess, that I won my pro card. I definitely did not expect it at this show. I am beyond happy. I still don't have a lot of words that I can say, except for I know that in this journey, in the beginning of me just starting to work out and everything else, I knew that I had this dream and I knew that I had this goal, and I can believe because I really have believed in myself, but it's crazy to me that I did it. And I feel awesome. I feel like I've worked really hard, and, you know, like Berto says, this is only the beginning for me. So my first reaction when I won was, I definitely got pretty teary-eyed, and when I walked up stage, I cried a little bit, just because when you've put your all into something, it's a really good feeling when you reach that goal and all your hard work is like, okay, now you're finally being rewarded for it. So there's not a lot of words that can explain it. Like I said, it was just an amazing feeling. It was a feeling like I've never felt before, and, you know, I hope that I can, you know, win another one of these shows, but honestly, it was just such a great experience overall. All the people that I met, everybody was so nice. Everybody working the show was awesome. It was just a really, really good time. And so as far as moving forward, 10 more days, and I've got an OCB show, Nicole Weeks show. I am so excited, more excited for this show than any of the shows. Just because going into this one, it's like, obviously I have more confidence now, but beyond that, Melissa, Berto's girlfriend, is going to come down. Nicole's actually in the show with me. So many friends from the area are going to be there, and it's just going to be so much fun above everything else. And I'm really, really excited to meet Nicole Weeks, because her and I have talked back and forth, and she's a pro, and I've looked up to her, so I'm really excited to meet her and just have a good time and meet some more people. And I met Tony Rizzo, who also won her pro card in bikini, and she's awesome. So I'm looking forward to seeing her again, and just really looking forward to the show, and more so like the backstage and the time with friends and everything else. But I'm actually confident going into this show. And it was pretty funny because I actually entered the novice and the open at this show too. And I emailed Nicole Weeks. I was like, can I still do the novice? And she's like, no. She's like, you're a pro now, so you can't do the novice. I'm like, okay, well, I guess I understand. So that's just a really cool feeling. Like I said, I'm still, like, I feel very, like kiddish about it almost. Like, I'm, like, excited. I had a really hard time sleeping for, like, 3 days because it didn't feel real. I just woke up and I was so excited. I was like, oh, my God, I'm a pro. Like, it sounds stupid, but it's, I don't know. I'm just beyond happy right now, and I'm beyond happy for what's to come. So I've got the May 25th show. June 22nd, unfortunately, well, I guess not unfortunately, I can't do that show now because that was an NGA show, and since I won this past show, I can't do that one. So I don't have a show for June. I do, however, have a photo shoot with Nicole and Megan for Beautiful Beasts, with Hiram Pedraza, who's an amazing photographer. He did the photography that's on my Facebook before, where there's like me in the Wonder Woman bikini deadlifting and stuff like that. We had a lot of fun. So I'm excited to do it with my girlies because we'll have a good time. So I do have that scheduled for June. I know that Melissa will be here, and I'll see Berto at some point too, which will be fun. And then July, we're going to California, and I'm still going to do the Muscle Mayhem. And that's going to be an awesome show as well. And then it'll be fun to vacation, have a few days to relax and do some fun stuff, hang out with Melissa and Berto afterwards. So that is what's going on as far as my show schedule. Updates on me and where I'm at in the prep. I've been hanging around between 123 and 125. Obviously, there's scale fluctuations. I actually lost weight after Saturday, which since Berto did peak me, I had probably close to between 2,500 and 3,000 calories, I would say maybe, and lost weight the next day. So the past few days I've been between 123, 125, which I guess is right where Berto wants me. He did up my macros, which is awesome. I am at 45 grams of fat, I think 195, 200 grams of carbs, and 170 grams of protein. So I'm eating a lot, which is awesome. But I'll always be on team never full, hungry all the time. It's just the way that it is. And my high day, I get 255 grams of carbs, 45 fat, and 150 grams of carbs. So that is awesome. I'm not sure if he's going to peak me again for this show. I'm pretty sure he will, but I'll keep you guys updated on that when I check in with him tomorrow. And I think that's about it. Yeah. Oh, he also cut my cardio in half. So instead of 1,200 calories a week, I'm only doing 600 calories a week plus my 2 interval sessions. So I guess we're just sort of looking at slowly maintaining. I know he wants to, of course, add food back in and see where we can get me. Obviously, Berto got me a pro card, so I trust him 100% with everything that I have. So we'll see what happens. I'll keep you guys updated on the next show. Check out the video from my last show if you haven't already. And that's it. Thanks for watching, guys.